Hey guys, what up? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World. In this episode we're going to carry on with the tutorials, and so in the last episode we did yard switching, locomotive turntable and locomotive refueling. So we'll carry on and we're starting with the AC4400CW introduction. So let's get started with that one.
This locomotive is the AC4400CW built by General Electric Transportation of Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the workhorse of the sand patch grade, able to generate a staggering 4,400 horsepower from its motor. First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated.
Alright. You're digging straight in.
Open the cab door and proceed inside.
Oh, close the door. Come on, yeah. Fuses and torpedoes, that's odd. Oh, there's Jim again.
To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down. Let's get started by letting those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright. There are three key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and the combined power handle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward. The right-hand levers are the brakes. There are separate controls for the entire train and for just the locomotive. Pull the independent brake lever all the way towards you.
Alright, so that's fairly easy so far.
We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first. Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Pull the throttle lever towards you by 1 notch.
This feels very similar to what we've already done.
You're moving. Great work. Push the throttle lever away from you to the middle center off or idle position. That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the independent brake forward a short distance. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
That one must feel easy. Right, on to the next one.
You've just completed your first lesson operating the AC4400CW. There's always more that can be discovered. As engineers, we're always learning and developing our skills.
Right. Next tutorial. So far, I'd have to say I'm really enjoying this game. Yeah, being able to get in and out of the train. Or the locomotive, sorry. But just, yeah. Yard switching, I think we've already done this one.
So
Yes,
you want to learn about...
we have, okay, let's go to the main menu, and we may have to just randomly select them as we go through. It doesn't look like it's going to do them in the right order. Tutorials, done that one. Coal loading. Start that. So as I was saying, really enjoying this game. The graphics are stunning, the gameplay is stunning. I just can't wait till we actually get stuck into it, get these tutorials done, learn everything that we're supposed to learn, and then yeah, let's get into it.
Coal loading is a common occurrence on Sandpatch Grade, so we better take a look at how to do it. To engage the loading process, the train must be moving at a constant rate and not exceeding the speed limit. In order to move the train very slowly, this locomotive is fitted with speed control. This is located on the integrated function display.
Okay. I want to, how do I reduce the target speed? No, that doesn't do it. It doesn't tell me how to reduce the target speed. That's helpful. It would be helpful if it told me how to set that. God, that is... I get it now. Rubbish instructions.
We're now ready to move under the coal loader ahead, so get the train moving. As we have set the slow speed control, it does not matter what throttle position is used. The locomotive will only travel at the indicated speed.
Make sure the brakes are off. That's what's wrong.
When the train is within range, the loader will activate and a notification will appear.
So we seem to be doing alright now. And we can't use the horn or anything. Well, that's helpful. This is a very slow process. I could have put
The process of loading the cars is completely automated. As each car passes under the chute, the loader will dispense coal until it is full. This will continue until all the cars are loaded. With the train under semi-automatic control, you can watch the loading process from an external camera.
It would be nice if they set the train closer to the loader. Hey, we can use the horn now. Just there. Look at that, we are doing well. Looks like we're on the last one.
To bring the train to a halt, return the throttle handle to idle, and on the integrated function display, press slow speed control off. Now bring the train to a stop. You're now trained on loading coal.
Yeah,
There are
look at
two
that.
facilities for coal loading on the Sandpatch grade: Rockwood Mine and Shaw Mine.
Cool, we'll go back to the main menu and select one more. I don't know how many tutorials are there. I might have a quick look to see how many there are. Tutorials. Not that many left, to be honest. At this rate, we might just get through all of them, and then that's the tutorials done. So next episode can actually be getting into them.
This is a special duty Type 40 locomotive built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. Known as an SD40-2, this locomotive is one of the most successful designs of all time. A 16-cylinder diesel-electric motor provides a stomping 3,000 horsepower. First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated. Open the cab door and proceed inside. To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down. Safety always comes first on the railroad. So to start with, we need to let those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright.
Done, sir.
There are three key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and throttle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward.
Done, sir. Look at that. Getting there.
To the left is the auto brake, which applies brakes along the entire length of the train. Let's move this to release. We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first.
Safety first, people. Number 1 and number 2.
Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slow. Increase the throttle lever by 1 notch. You're moving! Great work. To maintain a constant speed, move the throttle back to its idle position. That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the auto brake to initial reduction. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
Yeah, we are done on that one too.
That was
That was great, he was about to say. Right, I've clicked next to and I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what keeps going to yard switching, I don't want that. Let's go to my menu and get the last one done. I think it was the last one, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it was the last one. Tutorials. Yes, it is.
This is the latest generation general purpose Type 38 locomotive built by the Electromotive Division of General Motors. Known as a GP38 Dashti, it packs an efficient 16-cylinder diesel-electric motor able to generate 2,000 horsepower.
And we're going to take it for a spin.
First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated.
There's not a lot of room at the front of this one.
Open the cab door and proceed inside. To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over and sit down.
So this one is pretty much exactly the same as the other one.
Safety always comes first on the railroad. So to start with, we need to let those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright.
And we're done with that.
There are three key controls to operating this locomotive: the reverser, brakes, and throttle. The reverser determines direction of travel. Put this into forward. To the left is the auto brake, which applies brakes along the entire length of the train. Let's move this to release.
Now we need to blast the horn.
We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first. Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Increase the throttle lever by 1 notch. You're moving. Great work. To maintain
God,
a
he
constant
sounds
speed, move
surprised
the
that
throttle
we've
back
actually
to
worked
its
out how to
idle
move.
position. That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive. So let's bring it to a stop. Move the auto brake to initial reduction. As with applying power, too much brake pressure applied too quickly can be detrimental to the train and its cargo.
And that there, ladies and gentlemen, concludes all of our tutorials.
Now was great work. You've just completed your first lesson operating the GP38 Dashti. There's always more that can be discovered, though. As engineers, we'll never stop honing our skill.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to leave that episode here. We've now got all the tutorials out the way, so the next episode we'll be getting stuck into the real stuff. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe, and don't forget to use the comment section. If you're playing the game, tell us what you think of it. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time, guys. See ya. Bye bye.